Dear friends, hello, 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 hello. I'm in amazing, amazing energy. I have had truly such an incredible 2026 so far. I can't even express to you. I'm so glad that we're in this space together. Go ahead and get your water, your bevies. Obviously, you know how this goes. I am deciding to do a summer zodiac series overview so that while we're kind of just like starting in the top of like the summer vibes, we can have some oversight, some guidance directly from source that I feel like is zodiac specific. I think that's a good time right now. I think I'm in just like a really positive, like just healthy, loving space right now. I'm really genuinely happy in my life. Just with the clarity and the joy and the awareness. Like I don't have a desire to make things anything other than what they really are. I think, moving into an Aquarian age is really just about letting things be what they are. I think people can really see my heart at this time. And I know, sorry for like going on and on, but you guys are just like the first sign I'm doing. But I think people can also really see my heart at this time where it's like my only job right now as an agent for God is to make sure that things that are being incorrectly defined are correctly labeled and defined, because when people walk up to certain experiences that are mislabeled, they're gonna have a shit pinata. So I already took the L all, the last 3 years of my onset early Saturn return. I think that was the biggest name of the game, is like I would really get caught up in stuff that was just, I had to like up my discernment. Like that was just it, because there's a lot of people who just lie, a lot of people who say they're this and they're actually that, or who do this and they're actually doing that. And so when you get into the world of cognitive dissonance, that can really affect you in a negative way. And so right now what I'm doing is making sure that I'm holding the general population on the planet right now accountable, to understand that it's like no one's even judging you, but we do need to define what you're doing. Like if you are just a low vibrational person that is not connected to God at all, and that's what you're really doing, doesn't matter what the external world looks like, how much money you make, how much control or power you think you have. We just want to make sure we know what your motivations are, why you really do the shit you do, and making sure that the brand all adds up. So that's kind of what I've been on, that made me think about, let's chat, like check in and like chat with the guys and like do a little thingy or whatever. As you know, I go by the Holy Cow. If you've never been in this space before, welcome to Tethered Studios. This is a portion of our media conglomerate that space focuses on spiritual maintenance, essentially. I use my psychic and intuitive abilities here to offer you guys what I would consider an autoethnographic approach to daily personal guidance. These messages are not, they are time specific and also not time specific, as in they are this this entire archive is not meant to be circular, but it's meant to be based in nature, and nature moves in cycles. So there's the cyclical nature to what I do here, because I work in the realm of the living word. And so everything that you get here is alive. There is no death that I'm giving you. I verify that by a lot of my personal life practices. I am so glad you're in the space, mostly just because you don't really even need me. I hope you hear exactly what you need from God here and can go. So we're going to have all 12 of the zodiac signs here on some piece of paper. What I usually do here is I just pick at random, so you guys know that I really know that specifically with zodiac folks and people who like look for like very specific readings that have to do with like specific energy they possess, I find that the reader's POV is pretty like distracting. You know what I mean? Like the reader kind of can get in the way sometimes. And so I usually do this just so you guys know that I didn't come here like I got beef with a Leo right now, so I'm gonna come in and project on the Leo reading. Like that's not my vibe. So I'm really moving to this place where I just want to give you guys the raw message from God directly, especially if you feel like, you'd like to hear God speak to you, but you don't, you haven't fostered maybe that communication yourself, you don't know the language. I'm someone who has a very regular relationship with God. So anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick one live, and then that's gonna tell us what the vibe is. And then so let's see who's going first in our summer 2026 zodiac series. This is always so fun for me because I literally don't. Oh my God, Capricorn, you're first. Capricorn, happy summer to you. This makes me so happy. I felt so amazing coming into this space. I think all of the 4 minutes of, verbiage that came in, I think actually has a lot to do with what God has for you right now, Capricorn. I think a really big thing for you guys right now, this is a huge channel download. One of the biggest things that I feel like Spirit has said has hit your spirit, and I think you're going to be feeling it. Probably that's why Capricorn, your first, is the Capricorn full moon is in a couple of days here. And this one really completes. It's really the final, because we remember, you girls were getting your slits throat last fucking summer under the Capricorn full moon. So under this one, it's going to be the amalgamation of the clarity and the sort of towers that were being initiated a year ago under the Capricorn full moon are now, I believe, Capricorn, you actually have the truth, the reality of what is actually what in your life, so that you can act. Because here's the thing, Capricorn, what I'm hearing is you feel like you have not been able to move forward, yet you've like laid these very like diligent plans for yourself. Like Capricorn, you're not the type of bitch that's like gonna sit up here and let your life be up to chance. No, you're the type of person that has enough conscious awareness. It's like, right, as the eldest earth sign, it's my responsibility to understand that we have to be constantly in the woodworks. What's the plan? What's the blueprints? What's the architecture that we're building up, right? So you have so much responsibility in that way. But yet I do feel like you've been dealing with this impasse, and I do believe that a lot of Capricorns have been initiating their ascension journey. So if you're with this studio and you're here in this space, many of you really understand that so within, so without. So I think a lot of Capricorns, very recently, you had a situation where it was like, okay, obvious blockage. And one of the signs of your spiritual growth is that you literally stopped and you were like, something outside of me is like not going well. But I think you actually connected this maybe unrelated third party thing to something individual. I feel like the way that it mirrored you, or the way that it showed you something, showed you, it's like, oh wait, I can almost feel that. It's like almost like I see that out there and I actually feel where that's located inside of me. Something like that is what Spirit is saying for you. It was like, so it's like you had this situation, this impasse that really made you do something that I don't think you understand, but I'm here to tell you now, it was like foundational for your new way of living as a spirit on this planet. And that is as follows. When you really, I think you're just like genuinely in this place where it's like this clarity of redefining stuff. So again, Capricorn, it's like as long as like you're calling something a spouse and it's actually, you're not getting spouse behavior from that, but we're labeling it that way. Or it's like, oh, you're saying something is your dream career, but it doesn't support you. So this is about a lot of the things where it's like, when you define dream career, this is where God is asking you to really go in there, Capricorn, and be like, what is the dream career actually in practice feel, look, sense, smell? It's not just about identifying like I'm in the right industry, I'm in the right place, or same with partnerships. Like it's not just like this is my type, but then it's actually also holding the value of like, does my type should also serve me? And I think that's just a huge thing. It's like whatever you want, Capricorn, whatever you're trying to do, point blank period, come this Capricorn full moon, I think you are really setting amazing endings that I think perhaps it could have even been like decade long, like life development, like soul evolution, things that you've been trying to really grasp. And I think as you've really just graduated, I think you truly you're on this sort of summer vacation graduation, because I think what you've really mastered through the amount of relationship dynamics that you've gone through, the amount of life experiences that you've had to overcome and kind of figure out a game plan through is genuinely that. Like the whole reason God brought you through all that stuff is because like God's like, Capricorn, you're a prince, not a pauper. You should have a lot of standards. You should really be picking of life a lot more. Like, again, I think Capricorn was coming from this very, homogenous, egregious, like painted narrative that we are just this all work, no play, like utilitarian. Like you're a feminine energy. Like all earth signs are feminine signs. So you're conceptualizer. You're the person, again, we talk about this. You should be conceptualizing the business. You should be entrepreneurial. You should be really conceptualizing the vision, because from you, your void actually births things into this plane. You get me? So it's not, you're really, I just feel that way. I feel like if there's something in your life that, because I think you already knew this. We've been on this journey for years now, Capricorn. So I think you already know I'm feminine. I attract, I don't chase. But now I think this Capricorn full moon is like genuinely where like the body and the embodiment is like there, where it's like, no, dead ass, like I'm a feminine principle, so this isn't gonna work for me. No, dead ass, like you're not, like in practice, this is not, I cannot rewrite my script and be like, this thing that's keeping me vacant and hollow is actually amazing. I think that was the only thing that was ever blocking you. It was the only thing that was ever funneling negativity in your life, which is where you felt like you weren't allowed to call things exactly what you see them as being. But Capricorn, we really need you guys to come forward with that earth energy right now. You guys are so incredible leaders, but there's so many liars right now, like dead ass liars, that we really need Saturn's favorites to come forward and be like, show me the hard drive. Okay, show me the business model. How many hours have you been clocked in? What did you really do that? Because right now it's a battle of emotions, and I think Capricorn is the only one who can clear it. Like genuinely, I think you're the only one who can clear it. The only one that can stop this, he said, she said, he said, she said, he said, she said, is you. And it's because your word isn't bond. Your word is physical. Your word is a brick. Every time you say something, you put a brick at the same time. So when these bitches pull up on you, your self-concept is not like these girls. It's not. It's not. Whatever the fuck you say you are right now, Capricorn, you built that shit. A lot of these girls say their shit and it's literally just words. It's literally just spell work. And again, Capricorn, right now, it's so crux. I almost want to just really encourage you, be that tastemaker in the physical. Do that right now. Because you could really, like, just going around and being that person in your friend group that's like, brother, that's not what that is. That's not good. Like, it's not even that it's just like, it's not about just saying like, what's good, what's bad. It's like, if you see something, Capricorn, right now, just know you have the power. Like, if you see something where you know it's obvious cognitive dissonance. Again, if you don't know what cognitive dissonance means, it literally just means saying, I'm going to label this ice water and it's actually boiling hot water. And then and then just functioning in that way, thinking boiling hot water is like, right. It's the same way that people who think hate is love. It's not. And so when you are redefining and rebuilding this new life that you've been given from your creator, it's going to be so awesome because you've really mastered it. I think you've been through so much stuff that's like, no, I can't. If this is really just a baby mama situation, I'm not going to sit up here and play wifey. That's going to fix all of your problems because when you really die to your ego, and we know it's going to be the hardest for you because you guys represent the devil archetype, you represent that part of us that has created a structure in the image of God. Now, whether that goes in either polarity, you govern that, right? And so it's like, for you, it's so fundamental, Capricorn. Like, if you can really let go of that ego altogether and realize that like no one outside of me is coming for me. And in fact, anytime a Capricorn gets criticized, it's actually like, you should just take it as like God literally being like, bro, I'm like trying to let you know this, because you're about to like land some big deal. And if you can actually take this criticism and like let it do what it's telling you, because no one actually criticizes Capricorns for like random shit. Most of the times Capricorns get criticized for like being capitalist or like being like manipulating him in a structure, or like genuinely like like kind of like being a landlord, right? Like that's a very Capricorn frequency where it's just like you're kind of like the middleman that's making everybody have a headache, right? And so a lot of the criticisms that come through for you could be used to transmute a lot of power, because actually you should look at everyone who criticizes you as loving you. Actually, in fact, if you're Saturn's child, Capricorn or Aquarius, an ancient ruling, criticisms are awesome. They're awesome. Criticisms are actually loving for us team. They're loving because someone who loves me would let me know a valid critique because they know I'm an earth sign. So when they come to you with the critique, you don't even take the critiques that aren't based in anything real. But if it's someone that literally comes up to you and is like, here's my evidence, and they give you something earth sign, like physical, like, well, what you're doing is X, Y, and Z, and it's a criticism and it's like could make you better, I think you're taking it. I think you're genuinely taking it because you actually see it as loving. I think you actually see it as like, that's real love though, because I've been around these yes men. I've been around these people that say this is that and it's not that at all, right? And I stayed around because it was comfortable or because it provided me things that genuinely Capricorn needed, because Capricorn, you're out here on your fuck these guys, I got to get mine. So I respect that about you. But at the same time, I think you can have even higher quality life. Like you can actually get rid of the dusties. You actually don't even need them because again, you're the GOAT right now. What I feel like, I'm not even pulling any cards. You're the GOAT right now. What makes someone a GOAT is being exactly what they said they were going to be. And then what Capricorn's going to do is you're going to be exactly what you said you're going to be. And then you're going to G it up, and you're also going to make yourself look extra sexy when you get there. Definitely. You look good for you right now, Capricorn. I just want to make sure that we connect with the feeling of it, because I don't want you to do the Capricorn ego thing, which is where people are going to be able to tear everything you've built apart. If you don't actually feel good about yourself, but you're doing the Capricorn thing because you know you got the result anyways, but you're not even happy with what the result is, don't do that. Just be honest and defer to the reality of how you feel all the time. That's like my summer like MO, and you're gonna be great. But this summer specifically, I think one of the biggest things that God really wants you to know is like you actually would be really helpful in a space to bring that back down, to really reground people and be like, dude, no shade, no tea. You want to say you're a little producer, put some, let's put some pen to that paper, just be that person that's just like, if you have a responsibility, it's like, we've got to come out of la la land. It doesn't matter what people think about me as a parent or as a friend or as a sister. I actually have to be good at that. Okay, so again, Capricorn, less talking to less fueling the ego altogether. Like, it doesn't even matter what these girls, it shouldn't matter what people's perception is more than what it actually feels like for you. That's like the biggest thing for you, summer 2026. If you can really master putting the majority of your energy into how you genuinely feel about the stuff that's in your life and less in the stuff in making sure people perceive it properly, you are going to have a summer that expands you and grows you in a way that you have no idea. because God is giving you the free reign to get the smoke. Because when people see you moving right now and making cuts, they're going to be like, they're cutting because it doesn't feel good. They're not cutting. Obviously, this motherfucker's crazy. They're just popping off. They're crashing out online. It's 2 p.m. I don't even know what happened. We don't even know. Nobody even, Capricorn, like nobody's even doing anything to you right now. You're doing an emotional audit. I know this because the Capricorn in me is like doing an emotional audit where I'm like, I do not feel good with this situation. I'm about to crash out over it. Yes. Yes, because it's better than doing what we used to do, which is just managing the perception, right? Because you don't want relationships anymore where the outside world thinks you guys look good, healthy, happy. But it's like every time I come through to you guys, it's shortchanged. You know, Capricorn, I say all this shit to you guys because you guys know my life partners, I'm supposed to life partner with a Capricorn. There's no question. So I can't be this prophet without a fucking Capricorn. I'm my dad's daughter. My dad, he's had a lot of loves of his life, but he actually had to like forfeit it because he's married to a spiritual purpose first. So he ended up literally marrying and staying in the marriage with the Capricorn of all the lovers he's had across his life because she is on board with building what he's building. So deadass, I'm the same way. So Capricorn, could I slander you guys? You know, you're my best friends in the entire world. That's why I don't want you guys like out here not navigating that Saturnian wound you came here with, because it's going to make you do shit that you don't even deserve. Like most of the times, Capricorn, I'm just like, when y'all are in an insecure space, I'm going to see it every time. And I'm going to be like, you're not ugly. You don't have any reason to be insecure. You literally need to mobilize from things that are not aligned to you and stop. Don't squander the Capricorn stock, please. Jesus Christ. This summer, if someone doesn't even feel good internally, I really mean that. And I know that's hard because a lot of you Capricorn, you guys have way more physically than I do. Like you guys rule the material earth world. You have so much physicality and abundance that you maneuver because that's how God designed you. But it's like, I really want you to hear me when I say this. It does not matter what someone is offering you, what they could give you. You really don't even need to work. You've already achieved everything. You've achieved more in your life than you even thought you could do by today, by a long shot, right? I think most Capricorns are like, I'm surprised I'm not dead, actually. I actually wanted to kill myself, so I don't even know what the fuck's going on right now, actually. I can't even believe I'm successful at anything, right? So since we're in the Mecca, since we're in abundance, since you queens are in the kingdom of heaven, I just want you to really clock the tea today, under this Capricorn full moon. Like I just want you to spend your summer for the first time because Saturn's happy for you. Saturn don't want no smoke with you, Capricorn. It don't want no smoke with you. Saturn's like, babe, this summer is for you to feel better. Rearrange everything and just keep good feeling stuff around you, you know? And I know that's hard because I see a lot of Capricorns where it's like, you know, some of you are making bigger decisions and I want you to know Alexis is here for you because some of you, it's like, oh, this is transactional as fuck. Oh, and the funny thing is like some of these guys that you're around, they got their own plot going on. They got their own story. But where they get you fucked up every time is Capricorn's not a side character, babe. I don't give a fuck if I'm in your story as a side character. Where you're about to lose a lot of respect for people is the fact that you got me sitting up here. I'm a whole ass Capricorn in this motherfucker. Mind you, I'm a celestial. Half the bitches y'all be hanging with is not celestials. Let's start there, right? So these bitches got a lot of soul growth. They trying to tell you how to do you. So you sitting up there as a member in these guys' camp, and they overlooking you. Okay, Capricorns are ride or die, so they're going to be loyal and they're going to be in your story no matter what's the boots down. They're going to play their part. But it really hurts because it's like, I feel like Capricorn's like, you didn't know I had my own story too. Like, I'm doing this for you because I love you, but then here you go, you always treating me like an accessory. And that's why I got to move around from you. Because maybe you squandering my stock. Because Capricorn, this summer, I do not want you giving your magic to these girls. Capricorn, you really represent my issue right now. We're doing a lot on this too right now to make sure we have a bigger discourse about the rights for people in the production arena, like producers specifically, across every type of medium. There's a lot of legislation that needs to get done there. But right now, y'all are getting done like the way that the producers of the world are getting done. Like slave niggers. And that's not going to work. It's just not going to work for me, Capricorn. It's just not going to work for me because I hated the old world because they made Capricorns feel so much guilt and shame for being royalty, for just coming here with a soul mastery that these girls don't have. That's not your problem, okay? Tell them to try next lifetime if they want to get reincarnated as a Capricorn, okay? But you're sitting here and you've got this breadth of knowledge. You've got this life experience. You've got this history that you've pioneered. And most importantly, you dealt with Saturn. You squabbled Saturn. These girls could never, right? So you did all that shit. And then you sitting up here and you got all these affiliates that I really want you to let go of on this moon because I'm here to tell you, Capricorn, You don't need anyone. You know deeply what touches your life. You know, I feel like Capricorn, you know how God is talking to you. You also see how God is doing judgment for other people. So Capricorn, do not get lined up, because you know you can't act like these girls. These girls can go have 10, 12 baby daddies. They can go do. They can go work, do. And it's never going to come back as hard on them as it does on you. It's never going to happen like that. So I know this summer there might be a lot of temptations to do the bare minimum, to not be like, yeah, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to reach. I'm not going to expand. I'm not going to really push. Whatever the case may be. But I just want you to know, Capricorn, the old world is falling, and honestly, images don't matter at all. Like, it genuinely doesn't matter what anyone thinks about what your life looks like. So if I can give you this message today so that you can genuinely free yourself and be like, I, for once, am good with the divine. They're proud of me. They're resourcing me. The divine believes in my visions. I already know what new life I want to start. Just release the everything else. Because to be honest with you, it's all an illusion. Like, I know you think you're holding on to something and it feels like, oh, I've never really like officially, like, I see a lot of Capricorns possibly like removing themselves from like a group, or like, say you've been in a band for 30 years and it's like, actually, I'm not in this band anymore. But it could be those types of pivots where it's just like, I'm not. Because you really spent many, many years staying stuck to that thing because you thought something bad really would happen for you. Like, I think it just had to do with scarcity mindset. Like, obviously when you were raised, so many people put fear in you that it's like, if plan A doesn't work out, you're fucked, Capricorn. And I want you to know, plan A through Z can fucking fuck up, and God's got another alphabet and another language that you're gonna have to go on. That's how you're always gonna be working, Capricorn. So since you're my little workhorses, I want to make sure you have the best carrots, the best foliage, the best water, the best just everything. Because why not care about how you feel this summer? How you feel. Not these girls, not these dependents, not these men, not these women, none of it. How you feel this summer. What if today, Capricorn, you just validated yourself? You love your craft, you love your passion, you love your purpose in life. What if that was just enough for you today? Because I feel like you were trained to wake up and make sure everybody's meters about what you do is enough. But the whole reason God gave you that gift was so that you could finally heal from what these niggas did to you. God didn't give you that gift to keep letting slave owners keep you enslaved. No, they gave you that gift because your gift, Capricorn, stays with you when these girls leave you for dead. When you're not trending, when you're not what's popular, your passion actually keeps you alive. Okay? And I just feel like some of y'all's passions can be squandered because you keep giving it to someone like it's cheaper than it is. Or it's not even that you're giving it away to people. Some people that's the case, but for some people, it's just like this attitude when you come to creating your life where it feels like I always have to make a life for someone else. Capricorn, man, woman, or any gender in between, I do not want you to think that the best thing that you could do with your life is be someone else's prize. Be your own damn prize, Capricorn, this summer. Because you already are. That's what we know you as. We don't know you. No, even if you're my husband who's in a devout marriage, I always remind him, you are the CEO of Dolphin Boy Records, and that's what people know you as. You are Dennis the second. You are your own self. Everything else that comes under that adds to the umbrella of your identity. Being an amazing husband adds to the beautiful myriad of values and ethics that my husband lives out. And that is what he's seen for. Dennis first. Every time. I don't want a love that overshadows him. Our love doesn't drown out who we are. We ain't sucking face and not coming up for air. No, we're like regular independent humans who feel so blessed to have a space that is just about love. And so for the summer, I would suggest, off top download, start making a space that is just about Capricorn love. Capricorn love. Loving you. Loving you. Loving you. And actually something like a habit that's healthy that actually just shows you like, every time I do this, I really know I love myself. And if you stay committed to that, you already know. You guys are the ones who teach us what happens over time, how you build a castle over time. So I think the things you're starting this summer, I just want to send you with so much beautiful love. Start them, do them, commit to them, and do them because they make you feel good. And just know you are going to shine brighter than you ever have whenever you try to package up. Because what I feel like, Capricorn, is your life may be messy right now, but it's beautiful. And I think you're actually in just a really happy place. So I do think at this time, the old rhetoric of like the amount of like bottling that up and presenting it, you don't have to present anything this summer, Capricorn. That's what I really want to tell you. It's like, it's a regular ass summer. You don't need to feel like you need to present yourself this summer. you can just have a season where you let yourself take care of yourself. I don't even mean max vacating. That's not even self-care at this point. Like going to the beach every fucking week in the summer is not even self-care. Like just knowing when I wake up, maybe I live in a place that I love, or I have a home that I love, or I have, community that I cherish, or I love this bookstore that I go to, just grounds me, or when I do my vinyasa flow, it really changes things for me. It's like whatever it is, that's it. That's it this summer. That is it this summer. Quietly building your happiness reservoir. You get me? Your joy reservoir. That's what you're doing. You're building up your strength. After whatever the fuck the cycle was, you know what your new life is going to be. You know what your responsibilities are. So this is that time now where it's like Capricorn full moon. And this is the first pre-message. I think Capricorn full moon, you are really finally so ready to walk away from stuff that a year ago, I think you had a tower moment, and it shouldn't have been a tower moment because you should have walked away. Under the Capricorn full moon, this Capricorn full moon, I know you probably were trying to fight it because you thought it was destiny like a year ago, but it's actually not destiny. It's actually now the sober. It's almost like sobering. It's like something was toxic and toxic. Maybe I'll say this, Capricorn. If something's toxic, it doesn't untoxic. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the dynamic, the relationship, it just is toxic. So I think you learn that because in 2025, it's like, it's just toxic for you. It doesn't even mean, because again, it's not even about other people. I think Capricorn is what I'm saying. It's like, claim what doesn't work for you. You can be whoever, but it doesn't work for me. And I feel like you girls keep trying to come over to me. If you want Capricorn's attention, I'm not interested in that. That's what you need to say. It's not even about calling nobody this and that. It's not about judging nobody. But I feel like when people are trying to come out their neck and get you to respond and get you to have some attention, you need to really remind them, it's like, I don't go for that. Because when you say I don't go for it, when you walk away this summer, Capricorn, it's because people already know they've already disappointed you. So that's another thing. I feel like sometimes you can be in your head and you don't walk away and you don't pull your investment. I think a lot of Capricorns, you need to pull that investment. You're pulling the investment. Yes, you are. This Capricorn woman, you are. No more. I'm not investing in you anymore. Why? Because I'm in union within myself and you treat me like a spilled third party. I feel like Capricorn, it's like niggas treat you like a split third party, and it's like, that's why emotionally I don't, you know what I'm saying? So this doesn't even necessarily mean like, it just means like people don't have the same emotional pull over you. You might have been in a partnership where it was like, that was the issue. It's like, you didn't leave these niggas and that didn't help you because it just reverberated that it's like, you treat me like a spilled third party though, but you cannot stay at the spilled third party trying to be like, why are you treating me like a spilled third party? Tell them, fuck you, say whatever crazy shit and murder them niggas. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you got to do, eye for an eye. But do remember that you got to come back to the fact that it's like, the reason you're able to even walk away now is because there's something in you that's healed. You are in union. You may not be in union with these niggas, but you are finally in union spiritually. Your divine feminine and divine masculine worked fucking hard to survive your childhood and get you to where you are right now. And these guys who treat Capricorn like that, they don't even care. They don't know how hard it was for you to be yourself and accept yourself and to make whatever life you're living right now. But under this Capricorn full moon, I genuinely think you don't give a fuck how many fucking plaques, how many records you put together for these motherfuckers. I could walk away from all of it because everything you built in the past actually just feels like that. Like all the old life you had, you're like, yes, I was able to cup stack and put them hoes in order. But they all felt like this. So again, this is cognitive dissonance. The pre-message is like, this is Capricorn not walking away from stuff that feels bad. This is God suggesting you should walk away if it feels like this. If you're breadcrumbed, if they treat you like a third party. Capricorn, I also want to remind you, it's a parenting wound. What you want, if you're in your heart, you're like, I've always wanted to be a wife. I've always wanted to fall in love. I've always wanted to keep myself healthy and available to do that. Let's just say you need to know there's nothing wrong with your desire for that. The nigga you're with is crazy. Okay. Because I feel like there were so many Capricorns that like literally would go and give a pure offer. My husband, for example, I want to build a record label. I have had to murder and murk so many motherfuckers on the way to DBR because these guys just had such a problem with him having a pure desire. I said, Dennis, don't ever change what you want to do because the busters around you don't got no time and energy for it. It don't got nothing wrong. I guess Capricorns, I feel like you feel so punished. You feel so bad for wanting the things you want. And I'm like, why would you wanting to make a record label to exalt your story, to exalt your people be a bad thing? Why would you wanting to be a wife that's loved, respected, locked in, and committed to someone be a bad thing? It wouldn't be. You're not trying to hurt nobody by having a dream, dude. So demand more from these niggas. But before you demand more, walk away. Because these guys couldn't, you get what I'm saying? Walk the fuck away because you're a king of cups. You had emotional intelligence. And I think the only reason, I think some of these people made you look a lot less emotionally intelligent than you always were. And again, Capricorn, do you guys tend to play out you guys tend to finish out like your ancestors' karma for them as well? A lot of times involuntarily. So a lot of the shit that gets put on your plate and the ways you got to decide are also about exonerating the bloodline. So thank you for the work that you do. But I just really want you to know, if you've been presented situations, if you caught yourself in some toxic trauma, some shit you saw growing up, some whatever, and it's like, that doesn't even feel like me, because one thing I know about my Capricorn deep, he is a jolly, happy, goofy goober in his spirit. He's such a pure ball of energy that it's like, sometimes when I see the stuff that he's always having to navigate, I always remind him, I'm like, baby, I know you got to deal with this today, but just know this is something you're doing on behalf of your bloodline. So don't get too bent out of shape. Don't let these girls break your back. Capricorn, literally, because look, Capricorn, this is what God is saying. Capricorn, I'm truly want to say this to you right now. I truly want to say this. I think that the Capricorn full moon, you were in a King of Cups, Queen of Cups situation, right? This doesn't matter. You're in a covenant, but this is the interior of the covenant. Devil bondage and Seven of Swords. Okay? Devil bondage, Seven of Swords. So, what is the pre-message here? This is God showing you clearly. You would know this. This could be in business, friendship, love, romantic, sex, like that. It could be in anything. But right now, Capricorns, there is something that has been on your soul. There is a partnership that you need to free yourself from, because you have to use cognitive dissonance to tell yourself that it is what it is not. So before you project this bad feeling, God is telling you to your face right now, it's because it's going to come through people. God is trying to get your attention right now that this, you should walk away because of what I'm telling you. It has never done anything to you other than Five of Cups keep you out of your emotional fulfillment. They've never really valued you. They don't really respect you. They don't actually even, I just keep hearing things like, these people don't even think you're good at what you do for that whole cycle. I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Where it's like, these people don't even think you're legit for real. They think what you do is a joke. Like, keeping people around like that actually are keeping you as your punchline. And it's their own, it's not even that they're outright just doing it, but it's like their own toxic, not saying they're like clearly but they don't have any respect for you. This is dedicating your life to someone who's never respected you. So if you're partnering, this isn't an if. All Capricorns right now, I need you to pause. I need you to look in your life. There is a partnership right now. It could be in any sector. And it represents the ancient old soul story where you felt like you had to just give to this at the expense of yourself, because you thought you were supposed to be the dutiful one. You thought, well, I'm Saturn, I'm Capricorn. People expect me to be the person that's married and running a business and doing this and that. And that may be true, but if it's hollowed out from the inside, then you need to pause. You don't need to pick the bitch before the love finds you. You don't need to build the job before you actually have a passion for it. You don't have to do any of that. You can leave all that behind. Because I just feel like there's a lot of Capricorns, because of this very specific partnership. It's a very long partner. Like, and it could even be like industries that you align yourself with, where it's like, this industry is not for me because I'm the King of Cups trying to marry myself with this Queen of Cups. And it's going to require both of our spiritual openness and whatever, but we can't even tell the truth to nobody. It's toxic. And the thing that I think you would know is it just feels like bondage. It doesn't actually feel like anything out of obligation. It feels like I also feel like Capricorn, I think you might have seen under this Capricorn full up, like, I think the 2 weeks before this Capricorn full moon, so like last week and moving into the end of this week, you really saw that it's like the reason your heart actually went cold on this energy, the reason you're really ready under this full moon to finally just be like, I'm actually walking away for sure, is because this energy revealed to you, it's like, something about obligation. It was Father's Day. I genuinely feel like Father's Day, you really saw that's something that I feel like you have really committed to, you've given such honest love and feedback to, didn't show up for you. They just like did something shady. They just kind of just like Seven of Swords, gave you some bullshit, like basically just showing you Saturn could never. Basically showing you that, like, I don't feel safe here because I'm Capricorn, I'm all Saturn. All I know is being dead ass. All I know is being real. All I know is my word is currency, my energy is currency, so I should invest myself in what I really believe. I feel like you went up to somebody, you had somebody, that's what I'm saying, somebody had you leaving your life to go support them, and I think they really showed you that you're, like, genuinely just an accessory to them, and that hurts. Because I genuinely think you and this energy have had, whether it's a partnership, I mean, it's a partnership, but you and the thing you've been partnering with have, unbeknownst to you, I thought we were brother. It's like, but I thought we've been building this. That's what you've been saying. But it's like the coldness of it is, it's like it's been happening since last Capricorn full moon, which would have been last July of 2025. Since then, this person, it's like they're the problem. They're demonic. They definitely, they just think you have a spiritual discernment now to be like, you got a demon on you, brother. Yeah, you a demon, actually. Or what you don't understand even too, and I'm holding space for a lot of you Capricorns because this is also very true. A lot of you partnered with someone who had a demon and the demon has transitioned to you. And so moving on under the Capricorn full moon is about recovering your soul. Genuinely it's time. Genuinely it's time, because connecting to this both ways is, if you stay in this partnership, both of you will be compromised and you will no longer have a connection to God. This partnership is not ordained by God. I'll just say that right now. It's not ordained by the Most High. And this is even just, could even be like things that you partnered with. Again, it's so a lot of, but Capricorn, remember I told you at the beginning of this, I was like, you're say this summer and like really initiating like, nah, because that structure is faulty. I need you to do like my fucking Capricorn architect dad. I need you to be like, that building is not up to code, so it's going to fall down and kill innocent people. So no, because this partnership is not up to code. And I think you're starting to see that, like, being partnered with this energy is actually starting to get you drafted into stuff that you don't want no smoke with. You don't want no smoke with it. And it's a lot because it's bringing you awareness, because I think the awareness comes from finding out that these motherfuckers got a lot of bad karma coming. And it's like, okay. But it's also the awareness that's just like really about, honestly, I just feel a deep sense of discarding. And Capricorn, I don't want you to mask the pain. Capricorn, baby, we invented put the black sunnies on, put the Louis V on, and handle it. Go make that nigga pay. But if somebody did some crazy shit to you over Father's Day where it was like, what the fuck? Like, you literally don't even fucking try. And again, it could have been in any world. Like, it doesn't even mean like a father to you. I just feel like on Father's Day, something happened to the Capricorn collective that made them realize there is a partnership that they should not be doting on hand and foot, because they showed you through how much. I just feel like it was a carelessness. It was just like, I literally kept hearing the words. What was the word I just used? It's literally like obligation. I think you've watched someone just feel obligated to you, but hold the space like it's just genuinely that, Capricorn. It's a cognitive distancing. You have things right now that want access into your world, but they're not playing the role that they're trying to take up. So someone's coming up to you saying they want you to tell the world we're best friends, but they aren't doing their part of the being your best friend, the best friend to you, Capricorn. They're not. You want me to work for you, but you don't respect me as an employee. You want me to be, you want me to carry your child, but you don't even respect. And that, I'm telling you right now, that'll fucking piss you off, Capricorn. Let your bones break open for somebody, because that's what I feel. Capricorn, this is gut busting work. I feel like, Capricorn, these people are so demonic and you're so leaving them under the Capricorn full moon, because it's like, dude, genuinely, what the fuck? Genuinely, it's never, because I just feel like it's like, Capricorn, whenever you gotta show up for their shit, you're there, you're showing them the best golden retriever, Capricorn, you got. You cut for your brothers, you slide for your brothers, you slide for the people, and you slide for your family. And I feel like on Father's Day specifically, many of your eyes were open because it's like, I got important shit going on too. And when it came to reciprocating that, they left you. And then they also, I feel like I'm hearing y'all are finding out some horrid shit. Y'all finding out some shit like, okay, Capricorn, and it's also, this is really shady because this is what people do to earth signs a lot. Let me tell you. A lot of these other signs with earth signs, I hate that they do this. A lot of people don't really fuck with earth signs like that. Like, specifically when it comes to group dynamics. This is why I tell you, earth signs, you're kind of better off with less friends. Because a lot of people don't really like to include earth signs in the friendship vibe. To their loss. That's why I don't have no real friends. But the problem, what I'm really genuinely telling, this is the feeling that you've been feeling. And this could be, I feel like it's very current for right now. And if it's not specific, if you're a high vibrational Capricorn, you know you avoided this. But it's like, the people that you know that they need to be released under this moon because they make you feel a very specific way. And it's basically finding out that, like, someone keeps you, like, friend, deep friend, close friend, da 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 da. But they were always being fake with you. So they probably, when they met you, Capricorn, they saw your strengths and weaknesses, right? Everyone does, because you're Capricorn, and it's always record with you. So a lot of people come up to you and they want to be your friends, and they're very disingenuous. This is why, again, the friends, you don't got to worry about them this summer. But a lot of people, when they want to be friends with the Capricorn, they don't, because they usually size you up by looking at, like, what you're good at and what you're really bad at. And the thing about these busters who don't really love you for real is they always keep in their pocket what they don't like about you. Absolutely. And they can go eons without even ever bringing it up that they even didn't like this thing about you. But it's more so about a delegitimization. Like, Capricorn, a lot of times the 11th house, your friend sector, you can concur a lot of people around you who actually delegitimize what you do. And girl, as what I would consider, God birthed me to love Capricorns, to love the strongest soldiers, the people who got it fucked up. Like, I'm born to give you guys love because I don't think anyone is up to par to give you guys what you deserve. Truly, I don't. So for me, the way that I see it is a lot of these people don't actually respect what you do, but they definitely know, a lot of times too, Capricorn, they know you have a value and investment. They may delegitimize, like, how you do it though, or what you do, right? And that's not going to fight for a purpose-driven light worker like yourself. It's like, oh, you don't fuck with how I do what I do and how I do it? Okay, interesting. But the worst part about it is, like, you're not a stranger to the fact that you're not for everybody. That's fine. I don't have to be for everybody. I don't do my passion because I think everybody would like it. You do it because it fulfills you, right? So the thing that I think really hurts right now is, like, you're really looking at people like, then why the fuck do you even claim me, nigga? Like, why the fuck do you even really claim me for real? Why? Because if it's never on shit, if behind closed doors, because here's what I'm seeing, Capricorn, I think a lot of you over Father's Day weekend got, like, dropped, like, people, because right now, Capricorn, people are realigning to what they really wanted. Like, it's not even their choice. It's like God is realigning people to what is actually on their path, whether they're ready or not. A lot of people have been lying, but the thing that's going to really make a Capricorn want to murder you at the end of the day is genuinely, like, bro, you sit up here and the value of my own investment, for me, not for you, for a Capricorn, the value of your own investment is like, brother, there is no keeping me in your story to fill space. And I think you got exposed over the Father's Day weekend that, like, you keep me in your story to fill space. You're dead. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. Definitely. It's definitely that. Like, once a Capricorn knows you kept me, my dead ass, earth rock sign ass, I'm dead ass right now, and you literally I was a placeholder till you could really find what you wanted. And it's like, it goes beyond all the bullshit. It's not about the bitches. It's not about at this point, Capricorn, God is telling you to go to the source. You need to put the smoke in the hands of who it belongs. And I'm encouraging you to build back your stock up. I think you guys think that, like, being like, actually, I changed my mind and I fucking hate this person because they always treated me like whatever. I really want to embolden you to know that I respect what you do. I respect what you do because no Capricorn can get anywhere at all. Saturn is on your ass. You don't get free rides. Like, Capricorns are not going to be able to get into a room by chance. They only get really deeply, like, crucified their whole way to building something that changes the planet. And so it's just, like, not fair because you guys are literally on assignment to do stuff and build stuff on behalf of God because you guys are the builders who can do it. But yet at the same time, these girls are going to play you in your face. So what I'm saying to you right now, Capricorn, genuinely from spirit, it's like you have a partnership that over the weekend, it was like so extremely clear about what this represents. Now, you don't even have to do anything. This message and video alone has healed you from it because you won't align it anymore. You are now awoken to what the cycle was. You were doing this stuff because you thought you had to just be the role. No. The role is supposed to serve you. So don't ever hollow out your dreams by thinking you only deserve the parts of your dream that are laborious. No, baby. Because I think this partnership represents the part of you that thought, I'm only deserve, my dreams can come true, but only give me the labor of it. I don't want the joy and fulfillment and heaven vacation part of my dream too. I just want the labor. So a lot of Capricorn's dreams came true, but you only got the labor, dead ass. You didn't get nothing else from these niggas. And I think you realized that. I think you clocked it. I think you said, let me close my purse. Let me go ahead and send this invoice out and be done. Because I think this is the last time that these bitches are going to get a chance to treat you like a piece of shit again. For sure. For sure. Because God has woken you up. This is not love. Because you see why God is saying this is not love? Look at what's the substance of this relationship. Demonic codependency. Really what I want to tell you is this, someone who's codependent, someone who can't do it on their own, right? So codependent bonds, trauma responses, trauma bonds brought you guys together. You guys aren't really aligned. It's just because you guys feel insecure in the same way, or, oh, you're really happy to keep me as your best friend until you got to a certain level of healing. No, you need to give people the smoke, even if what they're doing is changing their life for the better. If they played you, though, on the road to better, you deserve to clock that. Oh, now you about to be ready for some other best friend? Oh, now you know who you really like, so you don't fuck with Capricorn? Okay, for sure. Bet. Because I know I didn't put my investment in your bitch ass feet. No, take that motherfucking stock back, bitch. Yes. Pull the investment, yes. Absolutely, bitch. You're not going to get nothing for it. So if you don't pull it today under this Capricorn full moon and hit them where it hurts, don't say your bestie Alexis didn't tell you something. Don't say I didn't tell you something, girl. Non-gendered, of course. Because this is someone who wants to take up your emotional capacity. They want your loving. They want you to fill their cup up. But if you check in with what the relationship is, they only give you lies and codependency. Because I'm telling you, over the weekend, it's like, the fuck? This wasn't nothing but a lie. Like, I think people are exposed. It's like, you got us going all over the place. Again, there's this big revelation about cognitive dissonance. Right now, certain people are getting stuck. It doesn't mean your motivations are bad, but like, you can be caught as a really bad person right now. Let's just say, like, you're a business owner and you're going through something like personal, for example, but then you like make business calls, for example, because of like what you're going through personally. And like at this time, that would come out. And it may not sit well with people that it's like, you're telling us you want us to come do this because you want to celebrate with us and be with us, but your mind is all the way over here. And you really had us all come over here and do all this bullshit because you wanted some other outcome. You don't even want nothing to do with it. What? I feel like some partnership played with you for the last motherfucking time. They are not this. You are right for wanting King and Queen of Cups. You are right for wanting union. Don't ever change that you wanted to be married or that you wanted the kid or that you wanted to be whatever the fuck you genuinely feel called by God to do. Don't ever feel bad about that. It wasn't that motherfucker. It was not that motherfucker. And that's why it wasn't adding up. That's why it wasn't clocking. That's why it wasn't making any fucking sense. It was like, because I think a lot of Capricorns stopped wanting what they wanted altogether. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I really know, no matter what, like, I'm leading on this. I'm letting you know. Tell these niggas that you're a demon. Tell these niggas you're a liar. Tell these niggas you came up to me and told me you wanted this, and that's not what you do. You say I'm your best friend, but you treat me like a parasocial book you fly out. You said I'm the love of your life, but you've never been seen with me. You never claimed me in public. And I listened to that for years, but it isn't adding up. I can't do it anymore. We're not in the age of Pisces. It's just like, I can't do it anymore. You're not showing up. Not showing up is not showing up. To a Capricorn, that's it. It's like, you don't do it. The woman for me, the man for me, the person for me, the human for me would be doing because I'm Capricorn. I'm not asking for more. I'm asking you to mirror what I actually do. That's what Capricorn's going to be on, right? You're going to say that every time. You're going to be like, I'm telling you, I show up as a King of Cups. I need a Queen of Cups. This is not me being picky. This is me being self-aware. I bring this to the table, but if you're not matching it, then this is what it actually is. There's no more. And then it actually is God's suggestion that under this woman, you head out, actually, yeah. So let's go. This has been beautiful, Capricorn. This is like such a special message. I know Dennis is going to be so happy to have this. Oh, Capricorn. Okay. So for this summer, Capricorn, Your current disposition as of right now when you're listening to this video, God has put you in a hangman position. God has put you in a fix. So when it comes to the Piscean hangman, the hangman is up here until he reaches enlightenment. When it is in the reverse, this is not a self-crucifixion. This is when the universe puts you in a position that you're literally stuck in because they need you to see it properly. You cannot go forward any further because it will stop it's affecting your evolution. You have to be able to discern this correctly. I am literally using pictures to show you what the partnership, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a business partnership, dead ass. But this is the problem. Remember in tarot, the elements have to match. If this was beautiful, if this partnership was ordained by God, there would be 10 cups. It would be 6 of cups. It would be soulmate frequencies. It would be matching. At least elementally, it would be matching. But you got a major arcana demon and you got nothing but lies and you're in the cup element. Swords are not going to help a king and queen of cups. The devil's definitely not going to help no king and queen of cups for their business. So that is why I'm doing this message for you. So that you can understand very clearly that this is actually representative of a bigger cycle, right? Where you used to feel guilt and shame for walking away from something that you already knew was exactly what it was. I am going to say this. You have always known that. I think this is also a little bit sobering. That's why I just want you to make the empowered choice, because I think you always knew that. It's not like you're someone who was needing to learn what a shitty baby daddy or baby mama look like, or you know what that is. You know when it's a deadbeat. But I think you're just hurt because I think there's lies. I think this is the thing. Over the weekend, the ways that someone you're partnered with lies were exposed, and ironically enough, you always clocked that their behavior was toxic. You always knew, like, usually when people act like that, that's defined. People call them this. And the only thing that stopped you in the past from calling them what they were because of these high level lies they were saying. Because I think you're realizing, oh, I get why I couldn't discern. You were genuinely telling me lies to manipulate me, but also they were such good lies because you're a high level demon. Oh, I'm not the devil. I'm just connected to one. Let me get away. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. That is what God is trying to bring to your attention right now. And you will not be cut down. You will be stuck here until you're like, Alexis, thank you. Together, under this Capricorn full moon, release. Find a way to get towards some water and really cut the cords. Really say what you need to say. Really, and I really want you to know, because it's 7 swords. So this is habitual behavior for you, Capricorn. So go back to strike 1. And air out strike 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, till there's M's in that bank account. Yes. Yes, because you're not going to get anything back. If you don't raise it, they're not going to follow up. Most people will apologize for what you hold them accountable for. They're not going to do more. Trust me. You're not going to find an Alexis Taylor who's just like, hey, I was just thinking today about how I should apologize to you because remember that time I said that? No, girls don't do like me. They're not. So because of that, you need to make sure you bring it to them and you let them know that's why I'm cutting you off, because Alexis, my motherfucking card lady, told me, I see you bitches clearly, actually. Yes, Sirski. And if you smart, you would know this Capricorn reading hits for everybody's Capricorn business. So y'all need to listen up to God real quick. Let me see what we got crossing you. Girl. Capricorn, this is not a joke. You have, under this full moon, it's time to let it go. You're about to. That's what you're going to do. You are in a corner where it's like there's a portal that's open, or you're going to stay bleeding out on this cross until you die. Like, you literally know this partnership is about to go down. Down. It's not meant to continue anymore. So it's about to get destroyed. So I would just support you. Like, just genuinely clock this message. I'm releasing the word, so it's already done. Capricorns are going to take the portal. They're going to take the portal to their new life. You are genuinely leaving this behind. You are. You're leaving them behind, and this is why. It's not sad to leave behind something that's nothing but sadness. There's nothing there. Nothing there. Right? You're taking your investment out. You're taking your stock out. When you take your stock out, God's going to open a portal for you. Trust me. When you sit with this hangman, you let it rest to your head. You clock what this relationship is, and you clock exactly why it was brought to you, how it was brought to you, how you got yourself mixed up in this. It don't even matter at this point. What did the homeboy say? I don't want to talk about how it started. I want to talk about how it ends. That's what you need to be on. You need to talk about how it ends under this Capricorn full moon. That's what we need to be talking about. Yes. Oh, yes. Because believe it or not, you're getting initiated into the brotherhood. So it's good news. It's good news. You're about to get poached by the brotherhood. Because you see, this demon, while it was in your life, it was getting you to attack the things that have been trying to reach you. They're like, bro, you're cool. We fuck with you. We definitely fuck with you, but you fucking with demons. So sorry about the camera change. Hold on. Okay, we all fuck with you. And I think over the weekend, I think you realize that. It's like, oh, people like me. I think it's just all mad isolated. The demon that's on your back, the bitches, the succubus, whatever. It's like, I've always only ever gotten bad karma, not because, I think, because you take it hard. When people start saying you're a bad person, and it's really just because, like, people see you associating with people who are horrible in character, it really bothers you. You feel the need to, like, I'm not a bad person. Whoa, no, I swear I'm not a bad person. But it's like, oh, wait. I wouldn't even have to say that. They don't actually see me as a bad person. They're only saying that, again, by what I'm associating with. Because Capricorn, people are going to look at you and be like, do you not know who you're connected to and that they don't really like you for real? Capricorn, don't let people put you in that situation, because that's going to fuck up your stock so bad. Because it's just like internally you're going to have this insecurity that's not going to go away. You need to be the person that sees your life clearly, and don't make a brand out of being a sissy bitch, because that's not what you are. Okay, in the recent past, yeah, stick a fork in it. It's done. This isn't something that resurrects. 4 swords. You're healed over. It's not even about being healed over. I think there's certain things you can't heal over until you get the supplemental thing that comes later in certain ways too. But we're done. This is not mental confusion. You're not gonna resurrect back up in this tomb and re-stab your own heart. You're not gonna call this what it's not. Because I'm just telling you, it looks like a bunch of loose change. God was trying to guide you to not be claiming a bunch of shit that really you was putting. I think very recently in 2026, you tried to do some damage control because these people still haven't told you the truth. So you still tried to, like, be behind it. But then they got the truth. And I feel like for Capricorns, unfortunately, you're not someone's truth. So that's why God's giving you this message first. And that's why you're so loved. Because it's like, Capricorn, someone's about to tell you, like, sorry, you're not, like, the truth for me, or, like, whatever. And it's, like, the audacity of it. So I'm kind of putting you on game. So that if I could tell you that the reason you're still in this situation is because of the well-crafted lies they told you, and if I could confirm to you that they are lies, and that you always knew that, like, because I think you have a lot of guilt. Like, why didn't I leave this person behind? I'm so much smarter than this. Because I think your brand, Capricorn, is about not being a doofus. It's like, I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? You're, like, cut and dry. You're like, you got to work hard in life. You put in what you get out. You know what I mean? Type of shit. And so I feel like what's really hard right now with the wound that this person gave you is, like, can I forgive myself? Fuck yes, you can. Because they genuinely weren't using truth. Capricorn, you deal in truth. You play fair. You tell your truth. You tell the truth all the time. You never lie. You don't be lying to bitches. You don't be lying. What the fuck for? You make boss moves, so why would you lie about them? You're proud of the moves you make. So I just want you to know it's all good, because this person's a liar. That's why you couldn't. You be lying too much, nigga. Damn. They weren't telling the truth. That's why I'm getting strung along for way too many cycles with you, brother. Because you got ulterior motives. You don't want I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't want nothing to do with you, Capricorn. They don't, bro. I'm gonna tell you that, be honest, Capricorns, get you some Aquarians and shut the fuck up. Don't talk to nobody else. You don't need nobody else. You don't. People don't really like Capricorns that much. They really don't. They don't, you know, it's like, why would they? You guys are just like the boss. It's not really much more to the archetype. You're just like the boss. So if you're not around a bunch of bosses, it's like, these guys, they have different agendas. They want to fucking go to brunch and hookah. It's like, they don't get why you're trying to fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, they don't have any sense of urgency. But don't let people who just, like, don't have the taste or the range exclude you or isolate you. Because then you stop doing the Capricorn thing because you're feeling all insecure. So I want you to love yourself. I want you to know, like, fuck these dudes, dude. Fuck these dudes. Straight up. Fuck these dudes, dude. Straight up. That's how I feel. Yeah, because it's been fully illuminated. Like, lifting up again, fucking with you. We're all connected. Everything's connected. Like, it's all conscious that this is dead. Capricorn. You do this and you go through this portal. So this is all coming to you because Capricorn, this happens to you guys. My husband goes to rehab. It's like the worst thing in the world. It, like, ends his whole life. And then he goes to rehab, and then all of a sudden it's like the story was definitely going to continue. Like, God was never going to let an op try to victimize a Capricorn ever. And it was actually just the first stage of the actual story. You have a love of your life coming, Capricorn. You have real friends coming, Capricorn. You have an empire. Someone that's for you, not for everybody else. Not a friend, not like a friend group, not like the it friend group. Real people who actually like you. Real people who actually respect you. I think you've been holding space for people who don't really like you that much, really heavily, over people who do really like you a lot. And it's like, I should just know that the people who really like me a lot actually already have a truth coming to me that's like, we already have a plan for the 10 Pentacles. Yeah. And this is actually just the beginning. Like, I think you're going to be really happy because I think it's like a really sad, I think the weekend may not have felt that great for you, Capricorn. You kind of just had to shut up and like be like, okay, wow, my time and energy is not valued. Wow. And maybe you did your little get back thing. Maybe you popped out and you did your little whatever. But at the same time, it's all going to be short lived. All of the energy that people piped up with over the weekend, if it was projection, it's falling flat come Tuesday, Wednesday morning. Yeah, that's definitely what's happening. Capricorn. So Spirit really, 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 really wants you to let go of something under the Capricorn full moon, for sure. Really integrate your shadow, really also understand the lesson that we've been talking about the last hour, because your near future is beautiful. You are not broken down. That's one of the things I want to let you know is like, it's a lot, but like, it doesn't take a bigger toll because the reality of what you were in partnership with is that you guys were doing the cognitive, you guys weren't really connected. So I know it may feel hard, but the only thing that's actually coming down is the words behind it. You guys weren't that close though. You also weren't really like doing anything together. And I think actually everybody already knows that. Like everybody already knows that it's like, you aren't really, it was never fooling anyone. So the good news is like the relationship you're walking away from it was never what it's not. So it's not like you're losing the love of your life. You're not even losing that. You're losing someone who wasn't even there for you. That's the only reason that you go. You will never lose the love of your life. You won't. You'll only lose the people that are not the thing that you're actually going for. Like that's me right now. It's like I'm looking for deep partnership and expansion of life, an expansion of, community and a deep sense of like people who are on board with like revolutionizing and building a new world, right? That's all I'm on right now. But again, at the same time, it just comes back down to like, if someone's breaking my heart right now, I didn't lose the vision. I didn't lose my value. I literally lost an illusion. This person was never actually going to be the thing that was the thing because they aren't showing up as that. So it isn't really that sad. I think the biggest thing that you would be mourning right now is how long maybe you let yourself go without taking from the beautiful life. Because I think a lot of Capricorns, this cycle is actually really special for you. You're actually doing your biggest one. You're probably at the peak of what your life has been thus far. And that's amazing. But at the same time, I just feel like don't let the breakup, the disbanding of this partnership define at all. Because you look your best. I had to tell my husband this the other day. He got this very gorgeous, emerald green coverall suit that I got him. And he just looked so amazing in it. We were so excited for the day when we had an occasion for him to wear it, And the day came, it happened to be yesterday because we had car maintenance. We was like, oh, put on your coveralls. But, there were some things he's like divorcing from and things that he's actually like separating from, and their opinions came in and like they called him ugly and they were like saying like, oh, why are you wearing that? It's a weird outfit. And it really made him like, it really hurt him and it made him so sad. And I was like, we're literally separating from these people because this is like us on the way. We're like literally separating from the people that said that. And I was like, dude, do not ever let anyone make you think that the coveralls that you like genuinely like, or like we're gonna run up or like whatever, like are ugly just because like because they're misaligned and you're about to leave their life. You get what I'm saying? Like someone who's always about to exit your life is about to just pipe you up and make you feel like crazy. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of the vibe here. But because in the near future, God really, the whole reason this is coming down with the Capricorn full moon is because this summer, this is actually what's going to happen to you. So Capricorn, you're falling in love this summer. You're about to have the love of your life is coming like now. And it's on the other side of the Capricorn full moon where you let go of the people who never actually really even fucked with you because they just embarrassed and humiliated the shit out of you. Because it looks like these people would be the type of people that it's like they make you holler like a dog. Like they kind of make you look like you're just obsessed with them. Like, oh, I'm just so obsessed. Like I just sit around and I'm just so obsessing with you. And that's not the truth. I hate when people do that to you, Capricorn. You're not just obsessed with somebody. You're in a partnership. And I'm sorry that you're a dumbass who's evil and manipulative that isn't in a partnership, but this is what my genuine feelings are worth. So no, babe. What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. I know. Cappy, send it. You have so much strength. Whatever is separating from you under this Capricorn full moon, like fucking separate from it and like give it the gusto. Kind of be a problem. Kind of like have a little tizzy. Why not? Because your God strength is about to get you so much attention. So many people are going to be attracted to you if you let this go under the Capricorn full moon. Like just let the whole narrative go. You don't even need to be identified by these people. This partnership, whatever it was, you don't really need it. Like, say you're like connected with someone and it's like, oh, like this person's really like high profile, high status, and you're being called by God under this woman to like let them go. You don't need it. If I could tell you one thing, their reputation's probably going to shit. That's probably why God's trying to ask you to get up out of here before it does go to shit, so you don't get, because they're gonna stand on their own, but you might not be spared. You know what I mean? Like you might not, because you're just, if it's an affiliation thing, sometimes you can take hits to the reputation that you just don't need. Because these people aren't straight up guys. They're just not. They're shady guys. The guys who come around Capricorn and use them are the guys who are poor and they need money. Capricorn, under this full moon, you are going to be restored karmically, your discernment. You are going to be able to walk again every day in moment to moment and discern spiritually. There was a blockage there, and it had to do with this ancient demon that was on Capricorn's soul every lifetime that was trying to make you not walk away from misery, emotional abandonment, lack of emotional fulfillment. Now, your discernment, because of your walk with God, because of the work that you've been doing on your soul, your discernment hits like karma. I'm trying to tell you, fuck around and tell that op that you fucking hate him today, even if they don't see it coming, and watch how karma follows your words. You have karma on your side. It will follow your words. And this is what they wanted you to fear. I'm gonna be broke. I'm gonna be broke. I'm not gonna be stable. I'm not gonna be Capricorn if I don't take this partnership. What? Actually, the only thing that's ruining Capricorn's life is the partnership. That's actually that's the thing that's like just destroying it, is actually the partnership. Yeah, actually. Good for you, Capricorn. This is what God will say. Capricorn, you have your own foundation. You have your own foundation. My suggestion, cut all affiliations. Do not, if you have a personal brand, if your life's work is associated with you, Capricorn, or whatever you do with your energy, it's your own. It wasn't built with other people. Your skill is not because, even if you've co-signed other people, it's not because of other people. You have your own story. You have your own reason that God has elevated you into the spotlight. Whether you're handling that responsibly or not, that's your life's journey. You know what I mean? Like, I'm called to be a public speaker. I'm a piece of shit and I don't always feel great about that. But it's my job to try my best to do my job. And if I don't do it well, I have to be accountable and just keep working, right? But this is the job God wants for me. So for you, it's the same. The vibe right now is that you need to distinguish yourself, because you are coming into a distinguished achievement. You have done something that is just so remarkable that I feel like over the weekend, I think you realize that you let someone else be the Capricorn in your story, that they're not the prize. You were always the prize, and you can't be a prize for someone else if you're hollowed out. So I think you see that this is just a shitty mess, because it's like, I do things that I just got a really big distinguished achievement. And I think the reason you feel distinguished in achievement, and the reason you're ready finally under this Capricorn full moon to let something go, is because they have no respect for you. You have been proven by God as distinguished and achieved, because there's plenty of examples outside of this partnership that show you that tell you like you're above average. You're like the center of our world. And it got juxtaposed next to people who hold, like, I'm talking like a spouse level role in your life, but have never even acknowledged what makes you special. And it's the foundation you built on your own. That's what makes you special. So fuck getting in relationships and pouring into people and being loyal to people who don't even respect how you got to where you are. One of the biggest things about Dennis that I tell you guys is like, Dennis, he needs me for his life mission, because Dolphin Boy Records is so unheard of. It's such a prophetic business. It relies on the music industry collapsing and being destroyed in order for him to even legally do what he's doing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it would have to meet, for Dennis to make art the way that he does in the music realm, the old system would have had to collapse, and that hasn't even happened yet. So for him, it was so important that he didn't get around and build partnerships with people along the journey to Dolphin Boy Records that didn't actually think what he was doing was good. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of you are doctors, architects, lawyers, huge profile, big artists, but it's like, and the people that you keep around don't actually like think what you do is good. That's a shame, because it's not on them. They're not the worst person in the world because they don't like what you do. you have to make sure that you aren't attracted to people who reject you. Because if you go looking for people, best friends, in the camp of bullies, then you can't really be upset when right now they kind of ring you loose, or you're not really like someone that's like on their roster. I just think you've had like really sort of like naive expectations of someone who's looking at you like, girl, don't even try that, because that's not even what it was. And so Capricorn don't get played, because it's not really anyone to blame here. This really would be a personal thing for you. You really have to stop wanting validation from people who reject you. And that came from your wound with Saturn, right? Because people had to get the business out of you. They had to get the star out of you, right? So you had to go through the hardship. But at this point, under this woman, you are good to no longer go looking in a camp of enemies for wives, husbands, friends, partners, anything. You don't have to do that. You've already seen the spaces that really accept you for who you are and think you're like valid, mad valid. Stay in that vibration, dude. You're not meant to be everything for everyone, Capricorn. You're not meant to be, we don't all have these destinies that we're meant to touch a million people. It's like, it's a lot. If you want something that big, it comes with it, like highs and lows. So I think you just need to know that like where you are loved and celebrated genuinely in a Capricorn way, the people who show you physically that they actually, listen to your work or think about the things you say or actually believe in your leadership or actually, those are the people that you have just as, I'm telling you, it's not like you have just a camp of ops. I think you have someone in the wrong priority list that doesn't belong there, because you have a lot of people that would be way more worth your time, energy, and attention than some of the people that you've let be your judge and juror, your God in your life the whole time, and they've never even respected what you do. And I think over the weekend, maybe it was a really positive thing. Maybe someone sent you, or you witnessed something that really showed that there are people out there who genuinely see what you're giving, and all those exhausted days where it feels like I'm not recognized, I'm not supported, I'm not loved, I'm not whatever. It's like that gesture alone just showed that there are definitely a lot of people who see me correctly. And I think it really snapped you out of it, where it's like, oh, this is just actually a bad person. It's not actually like, there's nothing wrong with my love offer or how much I wanted it. I want you to know, like, wanting to be friends with people that lied to you and said they liked you is not a problem, because you wouldn't know. And so I want you to know, I'm really grateful that God has brought those lies to the surface for you. And I want you to, like, this is your full moon, so just like feel all of your feelings and like really do the buck moon is a really good time to get buck, but Capricorn, you're finally bucking back at people who don't even like you, trying to keep you around as like a prop. You're a star, so these losers have no light. And I'd like to see them do the fearless shit you get up there and do every day in your life. Whatever scale you're at, you do shit people are terrified to do. You stand behind mics, you tell your story, you speak the truth everywhere you go of your life, and you're not really scared of what like people think about you, because you're not begging to be accepted. And I think that's what kind of hurt with this, is like, you're not someone who cares about being liked by bitches. So the way that these niggas had you in this position, I swear to God, over the weekend, you're like, you will never get the chance to treat me like a piece of shit again. You will never get the chance to do this, because you already know the buck moon's about to move you. It is. So if you're still in it, wait until that buck moon, because it's about to like move you completely from the place that you don't need to be in. But yes, Capricorn, I understand just how nuanced the emotional space can feel with this type of betrayal. Because to be honest, Capricorn, it's funny that these guys think you're kind of a flaw. Like, they kind of like delegitimize you. Because if you actually said how you actually fucking felt about their work, you could go band for band, M for M about how corny and cheesy their shit is too. Your shit's not that good either. So what are we learning? We don't got to go back and try to get your lick back. Moving forward, be a bitch, bro. I love you girls when you're on your bitchy energy. Not toxic, not insecure. Like, I don't like you. I'm not passing out a friend card. What are you, a parasocial internet affiliate? Just let people be people you go and see at clubs. Don't call them your friend. Don't call them your... Because they're not. They don't walk with you. These people that are in your circle, stop. You don't have to pick them up. Can you go to an event this summer, Capricorn, and leave empty-handed? Go be your light, but don't come back with nobody. And watch how fast love and light and joy really finds you. Trust me. Capricorns, that is what God has for you today. Thank you guys, just from the bottom of my heart, for continuing to choose to stay on this planet, no matter how much darkness is here. You're still trying to mobilize, and you're still trying to make sense of it, and you're still trying to at least discern. I know it sucks when it feels like I am the one who set myself up for this fucker, this fucking fuckery. How did I even walk up to this? But God damn it, you're trying, and I want you to know you are just getting started. The old world collapsing is not our new beginning. We haven't even touched it yet. And it gets so much better now. And the best thing that you can go to sleep with knowing tonight, Capricorn, is you work your ass off. No matter what, you provided for yourself. So yes, you can be a better person. Yes, you can change. Yes, you can grow. Yes, you can heal. Yes, you have your own flaws, whatever. But at the end of the day, you don't make yourself a problem for someone else to fix and handle. You provide and pay for yourself. You take care of yourself. And as long as you do that, you're not the type to come looking for nobody. So you're miles ahead of these demons who try to make you feel like, just tear apart your personality and all of your passions just because they don't like you or they're not even aligned to you. That's why they don't like you so hard. That's why they think you're such a joke. So don't let nobody try to be like, yeah, your little dreams, your dream can come true. Nobody has to even like your dream. If God gave you the dream and said it's supposed to come true. You don't need fans. You don't even need an audience. Dennis was able to make the best label in the world, and he doesn't even need anybody to fucking buy this shit. God's paying for it, dude. So it's like, you don't got to worry about that. But it's just like, it's a good space. It's like, but this summer, again, it's just going to be a really good feel-good summer. You're on your feel-good ink. I think this has been one of the best readings I've ever done, genuinely. I think I was so pertinent with your emotions. I think I was really digging to really sit in your perspective about what was really happening contemporarily right now. So I do feel like this, because it's the timeless message, I feel like anyone who clicks on it, I really genuinely feel like I delivered that Capricorn truth. And I love you guys. I'm with you guys. And if you pipe off and I happen to catch wind of your truth that you're going to like sing under the Capricorn full moon, just know I'll pipe you up. Just know I'll back you up, babes. Okay. Love you guys. Have the best time. Bye.